Number 1. They will show you a lot of care. When someone loves you genuinely, they care about you even if you don't ask for it. They feel the need to make sure you are okay and comfortable with your life. Care is a love language spoken by every individual. We are programmed to automatically care for whomever it is we love. We just want to always see them fine and doing good. We would go to any length to make sure these people we love are comfortable, even if it means making little sacrifices along the way. We just find ourselves caring about their needs and going the extra mile to provide for them. Caring about someone gives them the goosebumps, and it's only a sign that you love the person. It's also a sign that you were brought up well amongst your peers. When someone cares for you, you automatically start growing a soft spot for them. You find yourself happy and smiling at the little gestures they make towards making you happy. When you see that someone cares about you so much, it is your job to make sure you don't take their care for granted. Cherish them and bring them closer to you. Also, care about them and let them know you see and appreciate their efforts. Caring for someone who turns blind eyes to all you have been doing can be frustrating and disappointing. You just get your hopes up, hoping someday they would at least acknowledge your efforts, even if they don't reciprocate it. Sometimes, this makes us feel bad, and it affects the way we express our love to people. For every human that doesn't care, there must have been someone who once took his or her care for granted. Love cannot exist without care. Care is one of the rudiments of love, so if someone is showing that they care about you, then there's every possibility that they love you also. When you come across people that care about you, do not make them feel like you are entitled to it. Make sure you show them you care about them also. And if the care is unnecessary and you don't like it, make sure to let them know. Many people go through a lot, so for someone to take out their time to care about you really means a lot. Number 2. They will give you a lot of attention. When someone loves you, they give you their attention. You don't need to compete for their attention, they give it to you unconditionally. They always want to be around you and always want to listen to everything you have to say, no matter how irrelevant it is. They make sure they check up on you no matter how tight their schedule might be. They call in between their working hours. Attention is something everyone wants, especially when you are getting it from the right person. When you see someone that gives you much attention, that means they have created a space in their heart to fit you in. Anyone who gives you that much attention, though, would require a similar gesture from you. Even if you can't reciprocate the same gesture, at least try not to make them feel creepy because they check up on you regularly. Though too much attention from someone you don't love sometimes feels irritating. You shouldn't be rude about how you relate the message to the person in order not to hurt their feelings. Attention is also one of the rudiments of love, and anyone giving you the attention and not making you crave or beg for it loves you. This is one of the signs you can know someone loves you. Number 3. You will always be a major part of their plan. When someone loves you, they include you in their plans. They make sure they provide a space for you in whatever it is they have planned. They think about you all the time and make little sacrifices for you. They are always ready to introduce you to their friends and their family members. This shows that they want you in their inner circle. When people include you in their immediate plans, you should already have an idea that they might already paint a bigger picture of the future with you in it. Most times, these people might be very busy, and they still find a way to include you in their plans. This shows you how committed they are to making you feel special. They do little acts like sending you lunch at your workplace just to make you know they are thinking about you. These acts should send a message to you that they are in love with you. Sometimes we just might choose to ignore it, probably because we are not interested in the person, but we should try not to make the person feel used. The whole point of including someone in your plans should send a strong message that you need them in your future. It would be a grand gesture if the person you are extending this courtesy to also feels the same about you. People including you in their plans is also a sign that they love you and need you to be a part of their future. If you feel the same about them, let them know. If you don't feel the same about them, you don't have to be rude about it. Just make sure your thoughts align perfectly with the other person before deciding on what to do, because most times we make hasty decisions and dismiss people that mean well to us. Number 4, they help improve your relationship with God. When someone loves you, they will thrive to make sure you have a good relationship with God. Someone that loves wants all that is good for you. They will make sure you have a deep connection with God and also make sure you pray always. They will pray for you and also pray with you. They just want to see you succeed. Your win automatically becomes their win. They put everything about you in God's hand and sit back as they watch God perform wonders in your life. They give you unsolicited advice on issues they just notice about you that you didn't even involve them in. They go the extra mile just to make you feel special and loved. They take corrections. Immediately, you point out that you don't like a particular thing. They make sure that you never repeat those things. Most times, these things come out of the willingness of the heart and is never something premeditated. They're just gestures that we find ourselves doing to people we love without even knowing. Making sacrifices for them becomes so easy, and we are ever ready whenever they call upon us for help. Putting everything in God's hand is a perfect way to let God handle your affairs. True believers know this, and they always use it to their advantage. They make efforts and commit their efforts into God's hand because they are sure He would never fail them. When God is involved in your relationship and it is approved by Him, then you can be sure that there would not exist a problem that both of you cannot overcome together. When someone is genuinely in love with you, they want to make sure it is you that God has destined them with. So they will always put you in their prayers and they will always pray for you. Number 5, they introduce you to friends and family. When someone is emotionally attached to you, they will want you to meet their family. The best thing about this is that you will be sure that you are included in their plans. When someone wants you to be theirs forever, they will introduce you to everyone intimate to them. It doesn't matter how long the two of you have known yourself. Sometimes we just want to show our love, and we get what it is we wanted to show. It is a sweet thing when you know someone's family. It shows the person respects you enough to introduce you to their family members. We are emotionally attached to our family members, and we will not want any issue to happen to them. We would not introduce someone we do not trust to them. So if we are introducing someone to our family, it means we care and cherish them. It doesn't matter how long the two of you have known yourself. Introducing them to your family will always feel right to you. We are conditioned to always care for people that we are emotionally attached to, and we will make sure to keep them as close as we can. Sometimes we are not necessarily ready to introduce them to our family, but we just want to show the seriousness of how much we love them. This works well as the statement portrays how much you mean to someone. You can deduce if someone is emotionally attached to you from the statements they make to you. You can also deduce the level of love they have for you. Showing this particular gesture puts you high in the ranking of people they love. They make you feel comfortable amongst their inner circle, and there is this assurance that you get from their actions that they do not even need to voice it out. This is always a sign that someone loves you genuinely.